Hello, this is Sass from Copia Stars, and this is an oracle card reading for Monday the 2nd of March. I cannot believe we are in March already. So let's jump right in. If you're watching this and it's not the 2nd of March, don't worry, this is still meant for you. It is a general reading though, so please do take what resonates, and leave the rest. So grateful to have you with me. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'd love to hear your comments. If this did resonate with you, please do either leave an emoji. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out for a second. I am having problems stumbling over my words. I'm not sure if Mercury is still retrograde. I'm not 100% on my whole horoscopes, but I've got word salad. General energy for this reading is mushroom, which is recycling, breaking down problems. There are still bits of metal and beads on here because I've been making some jewellery in the last few days, and I keep finding little bits of metal. So we've got tend, which is maintenance, encouragement and guidance. We've got watering can, which is asking for help and sharing some burdens. We've got winter, which is an ending, recharging and reflection. We've got seeds, which is new ideas, hope and open-mindedness, which is perfect for March really, isn't it? Sowing our seeds. And carnelian, which is energy, leadership and creativity. Let's see what the life happens cards have got to tell us to complement these cards. Now I'm really getting a feeling of a bit of self-care, a bit of rest and reflection, looking at the month ahead. We're going to be sort of just keep conserving our energy, because once the spring is here we will be trying to get all those projects done we've been putting off over the winter, whether that's getting your garden, and there's tend and watering can there, and seeds. I think a lot of you will be gardeners and you will be planting your seeds. I know I will. I've just had all mine delivered, ready for this year. I've saved a lot, but there was a few that I'd run out of. Oopsie, a few that I'd run out of, and I was very glad to go shopping for seeds. It's one of my favourite things to do. Good news. Nurturing. Okay. Yeah, self-care I think is the advice of the day. I think we are having a little rest and reflection. I think that sometimes the winter gets us down, and I think that you've sort of been putting things off until spring comes around. Maybe you're looking, you've been sort of putting up with your job, putting up with life, just on hold, winter hold. And I think now is the time when things are going to start changing for you. Whether you're about to start therapy, working through your fears, maybe you are. With this counselling here and a bit of anger management, I think it's a challenging time. I think you find it a little bit hard. I think you need to do a bit of shadow work. I need you to realise that you do have the inner lion. You are a leader. You do have the energy and creativity to do this. You've just got to find a bit of energy, and I feel like if you do a bit of nurturing and self-care and maintenance on yourself, I don't know, it says they're spiritual baths, so maybe like get a hot tub weekends, or you know, go and get yourself a nice hot soak, good book, you know, candles. I think there's a real need for two cards there. They came out really quick as well, didn't they? Let's see what they've got to say. Where's my book? Okay, so we've got Daisy, and we've also got reishi, like the mushroom. I'm going to bring that forward a bit so we can... I haven't got my flamingos. I moved them when I was doing some work and I haven't put them back. So Daisy is page 20. It's one of the earliest ones in the book. Now here we go. So Bellis perennis. So yeah, Daisy comes from a huge family. Her sisters Chamomile, Echinacea, Boneset, Elecampane, I can never remember if I've said that right, Fever Few, Milk Thistle, just to name but a few. They're amongst some of the greatest healers. Luckily Daisy learned early on that the best way to distinguish herself was just to be herself. So despite her tomboy appearance with her white petals, often tatty and rumpled, her status is the most common of medicines. And she'll heal a bruise and quiet inflammation, but nothing like her cousin Arnica. She's always a favourite guest in the garden, and she persistently finds her way into our gardens to remind us over and over again to love ourselves, as we are the very best medicine. There is a lot of self-love in this reading. There's a lot of channeling you, and reaching into yourself and realising that you are a beautiful person. This is reishi, defying gravity. Ganoderma lucidum. Reishi mushroom is the Yoda of the plant world, helping you assimilate life's experiences and turn them into wisdom. The Taoists teach that reishi can show you where your power lies, which some might call your destiny. Reishi is not some soft, clingy mushroom, but instead a strong, structured, gravity-defying shelf. She asks no less from you. How can you defy anything keeping you from finding meaning, purpose and health? Like all the best teachers, reishi points to the path that lets you walk it, taking your lumps and bumps along the way. She doesn't want you to rely on her strength. She wants you to find your own. But if you're willing to do the work, reishi will help you transform from the inside out. Maybe you are having a bit of a transformation, but like she says, you've got to do it from inside out, and I think there is a lot of inside work to do here. Let's just see what lucky numbers we've got. I just get a real feeling like you're finally listening to you, and you're deciding that you are a priority too, and you can't give from an empty cup, and you do need to sort of look inside and work through your own healing journey, you know. Let's see what lucky numbers I've got coming up for you today. Oop. Any more in this deck? No, just the one. 1717, which is drama alert. Independence, soul mission, alone time, learning, healing, and aspirations. I see this one quite a lot. Take a few deep breaths and focus inward. You need time to think things over and consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you are heading in the right direction. And what appears to be a lull in activity is just a natural part of the process. Have you noticed that a lot of this is like maintenance, rest, relaxation, getting inside yourself, sort of learning to love you so that you can then recharge and be ready for the spring. So we've got Tankard, which is celebration, fun and enjoyment. We've got Rainbow, which is the most difficult part of a situation is over. And we've got Gong, which is an exciting event. And we'll do one more. We've got Tent, which is a temporary situation, which I definitely think is your temporary situation. I think you are struggling a little bit at the moment. Let's have a see when this exciting event's going to happen. Shall we see what month of the year it'll be? Let's have a bit of a shuffle around. And I will take that one. Ooh, until next February. So there we go, you've got a year. Yeah, a year, right, okay. That's a pretty clear-cut reading to me. Conserve your energy. Feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. Put that there. So yeah, if you need to get some counselling, do. If you need to do some self-care, some nurturing, do. Walks, lovely walks. Gardening is one of the most amazing things for your mental health. If you can get involved in like a local community, if you don't have a garden of your own, or if you do have a garden of your own, just do a few pots, you know, whether it's food or flowers. It'll all make you feel great. So I'm going to leave that there, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you in the next one.